was thinking that it was going to be a blowout. But if I saw that game, Casablanca actually put up a fight, especially in the first half, to restrict Manchester City for scoring plenty goals. But that game ended 2-0 for Manchester City beating Casablanca. Okay, Real Madrid and Al Hilal played a 1-1 draw. Interesting game of football. I watched that game from beginning to end. I was surprised the way Al Hilal played in that game.
Yes.
In the first half, they had more possession than Real Madrid. Held the ball, passed well than Real Madrid. Trent started in that game, and the new defender started in that game too. Both of them, Hoyson started in that game too. Good game all round. They got a final minute penalty, but they
going to give away.
They give away. Actually saved that penalty to make it 1-1. Pushika 1, Salzburg 2. The other game that happened early morning, in 0, Juventus 5. Okay, let's talk about the game that happened first. Manchester City beating Wydad Casablanca 2-0. Interesting formation for Pep Guardiola because he bought all those players, Tijani, Cheki, and all that. We are thinking, okay, what is he going to do? He played Tijani as a defensive midfielder in this particular game, even though he's a CM. He started Rodri on the bench. The other Nico did not even play at all. I don't even know what is wrong with that Nico. Since he bought him, we have not really used him.
You used him from January to end of season. Now, what are we talking about?
How much is he play?
You
know, concern me.
How many matches he play?
Was he on the field of play? Yes.
Abayi has here to take over.
But okay,
you can't play 1 game on 4 games off.
Okay, if you the game, Czech started as an attacking midfielder, him and Foden behind the striker Mamouche, Doku from the left, Savinho from the right, Tijani just as a lone DM. Interesting game, but that game was interesting. City coming back to win that game 2-0.
Yeah, a fantastic game if you ask me. Phil Foden back in the score sheet, back assisting. You could see the smile, the zest for life and everything back in Phil Foden. You know, when you look at players at Phil Foden's quality, you tend to forget that these guys are just under 23 or under waiting, you know, and it's good to see. You know, concern me. In UK life,
under 23
UK life and Niger life no be the same.
And I tell you, Pamado.
Irrespective.
Wait me picking name.
Irrespective.
He never picking after Rooney. And he don't get 2.
He married early. Leave that
early, we agree.
He married at 19 or 20.
Now they talk now. It all Papa Mado call. So he's 20. 10. He said anything less than 3 is a loss on City side. So I
didn't see that comment.
Okay, they didn't see it. Admit say una lose first of all.
We didn't lose.
Again,
we want care.
We want
but na the pride.
It don't concern me. I want my game and I want my game. Well, if you pay, you go and cry.
No,
simple.
If you look at the opponent they are playing, you cannot compare the Wydad Casablanca with the.
You know mean.
I'm just saying that these people are better opponent than the team that lost 10-0. Against Bayern Munich, so it's possible.
Are they better than the team that lost 2-0 against Chelsea?
They are not really better, but they are all of them are on the same. I would put them on the same level. But in that game, interesting. The captain Ederson started. That means probably Ederson might not leave again. Probably Pep talked with him. He might not leave because he was the captain and he played 90 minutes. The interesting thing that happened in that game too is the 2, 5, and 6. To 2 defenders. I don't know how Pep is going to take up the next season because Stone was on the bench.
Diaz on the
bench. What's the guy from Borussia Dortmund again? Akonji was on the bench. Interesting game. I think he's trying out a few things. Next game, by putting another set of defenders to see how it's going to work out. Because Kushano did not play. A whole lot of even Echeverry, I was expecting to see him because I keep hearing about that boy. I wanted to see him, but he wasn't playing. Even Silva. Silva was named the new Manchester City captain for the next season. So, Johnny, you don't suffer. Honestly, you don't want Silva. Now you're new captain for next season.
It don't concern me. See, I'm not worried about some of these guys that are still around there. John Stones is on his way out. Bernardo Silva, maybe a season or 2, is on his way out. Thanks for coming and all the effort and sacrifices. Obviously, it's going to be immortalized as with a statue in the stadium ground. But the new citizens are here and they are all chomping at the bit to get involved. And I'm happy about it. I look at the bench. I'm super excited.
Yeah,
I look at the starting 11.
It
now feels like City. It now feels like City a bit.
Let me call the defense the substitute for City in that game. Haaland, Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, Akanji,
Yes.
Jones, Guardiola,
Man,
Nuri,
joke.
Diaz, Ortega, Bernardo Silva, Nunes, Echeverri, Kushanov, and Gundogan. Almost everywhere choke.
Everywhere choke, man.
If Pep no qualify, if no win league next season, almost we go Saka.
Ah,
Because almost this Man City now it feels like old Man City when they have almost 2 starting 11s in their team. Now
Yeah,
if you look
man,
at that
I'm
bench,
happy
this goal
about it.
bench and this game could actually play first 11 and all of them can play. But let's see what happened. But they won that game comfortably, 2 goals.
we still need a right back.
Yeah, 2 goals to nil. Foden scored the first goal in the first 2 minutes of that game from a corner kick. Not from a corner kick, but the second goal from a corner kick from Doku scored from a corner kick for the second goal. Second half was like a 50-50 game. All the introduction for City couldn't get them the next game. Like Haaland was introduced. Rico Lewis got a red card in the 89th minute of that game, but City held and won that game 2 goals to nil. Okay, the other game, interesting game that happened in the Club World Cup yesterday is Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1. It was an interesting game. If you look at that game, it was both teams played well. If you look at the statistics in that game, they had more possession than Real Madrid, even though Real Madrid had more shots on target with them, but they held the ball very well. The way they played that game, I was watching that game, I said, sure, these people know the European team because they were passing the ball. Real Madrid was running around everywhere. They got a lucky break and stopped the first goal. They got the penalty. Al Hilal got the penalty and equalized. Interesting game of football all around in that game. I love what happened in that game.
It was
Two players. Milinkovic Savic.
Thank you.
And
Man, we're strong.
And Ruben Neves.
Thank you. Man,
If you never call these 2 names for English and Italian football, they miss.
Man.
And they see, this is Milinkovic was a player I wanted to come to our side of West.
I wanted him to come to City, man.
But they didn't. It was. It's one of those players that say, oh, okay,
the money Saudi offer and too much.
They are playing in the Saudi league. They are about to retire. But when you see them play top competition, because you talk about Saudi league, but when you see them play Asian football, like the Asian Championship, you'll be like, this is not just Middle East football. It's not just small teams. These people are still balling till the very maximum limit. Because until it happen for your front, you're not going to say that they play maximum football. They play yesterday.
Maximum respect to Kalidou Koulibaly.
Now, I beg, I want to, on behalf of all of us that say Saudi League is just to go and chop money, we apologize.
Not me.
It's not to chop money because these people are balling.
No, even though they are balling,
they are balling.
They still go there.
No, leave the money part. But
Men mount.
Look at the performance they put in. You could see someone. You could see a player of 31 years or 34 years old. Ruben Neves is above 35 or 32, and he's running like that. Milinkovic Savic, I know when he left, what's it called, Italy, he was above 29 when he left Italy, and this is like 3 years outside Italian football, and he's still balling. He's not just waiting to, okay, let's move the match, let's play to our tempo.
Even though he's 30 years,
to our tempo. He was moving like he was 17.
Yeah, he was moving the ball.
And you go forward, Marcos Llorente. Now that one no be person who go to say who go speak highly of. You get? It's not someone who speak highly of, maybe Llorente of Sevilla that year. Maybe say only crossbar make I nod.
Simple and short.
Don't stress me. You get? But he's there. Yesterday you saw him. Marcos Llorente, now they are striker.
I think it's not.
It's Sevilla, I've been at Villarreal that year.
It's not the guy. I think it's another guy. It's Marcos. Another Marcos is that.
Okay, this one is Leandro. Okay, now Llorente down. This one is Leandro.
Yeah, Leandro. Yeah.
But I just feel like this team just has something that you could look at and say, okay, we could just watch them because this is what they played like. They played like we are here to deliver. We are here. We are not here to bow down to the champions of Europe. We are not here to bow down to the champions of anybody. We are also champions in our own right. We are winning Saudi Pro League every season. Nobody's competing. They are like the.
Do you know what I'm thinking about? I wish them I did not leave to go back to Santos this summer. Probably I played this club before. Adding them to this team would have been just probably destroy Real Madrid yesterday.
Would have been fantastic.
I think it was a good game for Inzaghi. Inzaghi is their new coach. The way, even though he moved his formation, normally his traditional three at the back. He continued. This guy is playing forward at the back. They have been playing forward, but that's why I like coaches that adapt. You come to a team, you adjust with no much training. You play forward at the back. Come in and start for at the back, train them with your own mentality, but the same formation. That's the same thing Conte did with Napoli. He came in, he tried to train at the back. I noticed that his players can't adapt. He moved to 4 at the back and he almost won the league. In fact, not almost, he won the league.
And then let's not forget also that if you look at this team, unlike most Saudi teams, you see that the average age is 28.
Yes, they didn't buy that. They bought
really well. Yes, you have Malcolm. Barcelona region 28.
Yes.
You have this other guy.
Sadik now. Yes. 30 years old.
You have
Ruben Lodi 28 to Brazilian.
Even Ruben Neves is 28.
Yes.
So all of them are quite. They bought well, not like the old Saudi, other Saudi club,
the other guy.
Other Saudi club that went to buy the 30 plus, but they bought quality. Apart from Koulibaly, that probably is 33 years old. When they got him, he was 30. So they still got him as a defender as a good price.
And you're forgetting the goalkeeper, African best.
African
best.
And he still the penalty.
Made 4 saves yesterday, man.
Talking about Real Madrid, Jude Alonso said that Jude is going to play as a midfielder for Real Madrid. He played as a midfielder, obviously behind the striker. They decided a young boy Garcia because Mbappe missed this game through a small injury. He started Rodrigo from the right, Vini from the left. The three midfielders Valverde played
as usual.
Jude Bellingham played. Good formation, and Trent played. They stressed Trent for this game. Finally, they stressed him. That Saudi boy.
Yes.
They stressed him for this game. I would pity him for that boy is skillful.
Normally, that midfield will be normal midfield for Real Madrid. Tchouaméni as the DM.
Yes.
Valverde and Jude Bellingham. That's what it has always been like. Let's be honest.
So that's playing as a striker. That's why this guy Camavinga was playing most times in the midfield. But now it's going to be a 3-man midfielder. So
even at first, it was 4 midfield. Bellingham could run into that striking position and still comes to midfield. At some point, it was either one of them was always starting because now you want to say when Jude come, Tony no dey. It was Tony. So one of those Tchouaméni Camavinga at the group bench. So it's Tony, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Jude up front, in front of them as a diamond formation or being the striker. You're putting him in the striker role. Even last season, it was one of them still. Valverde, Tchouaméni, Jude. Then injury started hitting. Tchouaméni went to the center half. Valverde and Camavinga at some point went to left back. Yeah. It was now Modric, Jude, and Valverde. Now, until Valverde dropped to right back, it was now Modric, Jude. They brought one person back to midfield, Tchouaméni, to come and join.
But if you look at Alonso in this particular game, do you see any change? Because truthfully, I don't see any change. But let's say that it's his first game in charge, and probably he didn't have Mbappe as a striker. But do you see any change in his team?
His change came early. Ancelotti does not change player in the 50th
I'm talking about
it's the same side. It's Real Madrid now. What would you expect? Real Madrid will play Real Madrid football. We bought till the end. We absorb pressure. We hit on the break when we have to hit on the break. We play when we have the opportunity to play the ball, and we score our goals. And when you get the opportunity to score your goals, score and come back and play again.
And score the goal.
That's what Real Madrid has always played like.
Baba, that's not the Xabi Alonso Madrid.
I was thinking that Real Madrid will play at the way Al played in the first half because the way these guys passed around, I was like, what is happening? Are these guys Barcelona or what? Bam, 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 they go move. Bam, 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 they go move. Bam. Even sometimes they do on the titi for Vini.
Yes, now.
Vini was running around. I was like, what is happening here? I told his players to come forward because this guy was passing around. But Alonso, this is his first game. And if you look at the first game, it's not easy you have to adapt to Real Madrid first, then find a way to implement his style. I'm not saying he should come in and change the whole team. I think this tournament is good for him. He can use it and try a whole lot of things to see which one works. And remember, some of his defenders are still out of
What I understand is he made his subs early. This is something Ancelotti will never try.
And Angola entered in the first half.
In the first half, for 5 minutes, first half
of course, but then you can't use it as... No, you can't use it as canon because this is not a La Liga game.
You're experimenting with your team.
If it were a La Liga game, these subs would not be this early. It's a friendly. It's a club World Cup.
It's
a club World Cup. Let's call it a club World Cup. But remember, he said that Angola will play more this season.
Definitely from the right, because
I think he needed more. And when he came in the second, truthfully, that boy changed the game. He hit the bar in that game in the second half. He actually did well in that game. So probably he will play more. That's what I'm saying. This for this competition is you can do substitutes, for example, in the first half.
Yes.
So that you need to try and see something early. Not in the La Liga, they start making changes. So I think it's a right move for him to make early changes to see his team well.
Of course, and then if you look at that center pairing at the back, like I said, we all said it last season that this guy earned the right to maintain his starting position.
And
then Houston also joining him in that position. They look solid, if you ask me. And then, but they still need to figure out that left fullback position.
Yes, they need to buy that left because Mendes is out on injury. One person cannot play throughout the season.
Okay.
Mendes is always injured. That's the problem.
Okay.
He's not available.
Because I was thinking maybe Frank Garcia because I was just on TikTok and I be like say Frank Garcia not impressed. Let me want to answer how.
Except they can want to stay trying Alaba there, but Alaba and Mendes, both of them are injury prone players. So anyone where they are available.
See, this is before you bring in another player.
My own is don't come and give me an excuse middle of season say players they out because that position needs reinforcement. QED.
See, if you're talking about players in, you need to observe that the players also need to go. There are rumors about Arsenal bidding for Rodrigo, which we know is likely impossible because of the way Arsenal is structured. And
why is it likely impossible?
It's likely impossible.
It's like he wants to probably
he wants to play 90 minutes.
The main thing is if he moves to Arsenal, it's going to be an upgrade on whoever is on the wings for Arsenal. It's going to be a massive upgrade.
It's going to be a massive upgrade for Saka.
It's going to be a massive upgrade on whoever is on the wings, bro. Whoever is on the wings, now you want put Saka name there.
You cannot read over Saka.
Now there they play.
You go Martinelli.
Probably.
Okay, probably, yes.
What are we saying, man?
Sabah did not play this game.
But the bottom line is, if Xabi Alonso has pulled him and had that conversation with him, we are not going to see that move happen.
But what I'm saying is, look at the subs. I'm still going back to the subs he made. Taking off a defender for an attacker.
Yes,
that was the first sub. Makes sense small.
Because Asensio got a yellow card, but a penalty, so he needs to remove him from the game.
And in the halftime, so as second half starts, they now started balancing the subs. Brahim Diaz 4. Now you see that with that sub, he don't go back to the regular 3 at the back. Whether you like it or yes, he don't go back to the regular 3 at the back with that first sub. Because what you have at the back now is Frank Garcia, Hoyson, and Trent.
He has to move back to defense. He has been playing that defense since last season.
Tchouaméni goes back to play. Trent is already up front.
Trent is always up front.
So it's automatically 3 at the back.
Wait till you talk. It's too early for you to be singing this song you're singing now.
I'm telling you. If you see the game,
substitutions,
bro. If you see the game played, you will know.
It's too early
to watch.
Yes, it's too early for you to be having this.
It's too
early for you to be having this conversation about he's playing 3 at the back, 4 at the back. Even whoever moves forward, whoever draws back, is still a 4 at the back. He has not played a 3 at the back.
I keep going back to
and then secondly,
on paper,
talking about him making changes. Bro, this is a competition. He's testing his team out. He should make his changes early. When you judge him on substitutions, is when the league proper starts. That's when you judge. By the way, Godwin, Premier League fixtures are out. We'll get there, I'm sure.
Okay, in that game, they scored first. Real Madrid scored first in that game. What a nice break. They got the ball from their own half, broke and moved and scored the first goal. Garcia is a young boy from the academy. He started that game as a striker, scored that goal to make it 1-0. Then Asensio considered a penalty after he pulled back Leonardo and in that Marcos in that penalty. They equalized 1-1 in the second half. Final chaos in the final minutes of that game when one of the players for Al Hilal was just to elbow Real Madrid player in the 18-yard box. So the review had to go to the VAR and you were awarded a penalty. And Valverde decided to, I don't know what, normally he strikes that ball very well, but I didn't know what happened.
He wanted to Panenka.
Then he played that penalty and the goalkeeper saved and that game ended 1-1. I think in the balance of play, both teams deserve a draw in that game. So let's see what happens with them throughout this competition. But that game against Real Madrid, he last ended in 1-1 and it was a draw. Okay, the other games that happened in the Club World Cup, Pushika 1, Salzburg 2. Salzburg has been. I think they finished bottom in the Champions League last season, or second to the guys. We are live on YouTube at Gold FM Sports, and Ugochukwu, hide your face in shame.
For what?
Now I go still
For
play
what?
well when the season starts.
If they pay you,
Okay,
may pay you well.
welcome to the show. Thank you for that comment.
Thank God, say I get witness.
If they pay you,
talk.
make it pay you well. Make it pay you well.
Okay, other comments on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, when you go there, please subscribe to our channel. Chigozie Alexander is saying, Godwin, you made a mistake. Mbappe is not injured. He's very, very sick. Whether he's sick or he's still injured, all of them are injury.
He was absent. He was absent.
Alonso said that it's because of the heat. He was absent from that game. Okay, the best team in Europe versus the best team in Middle East. A tough game it was. Both teams played well. He's talking about Real Madrid versus Al Hilal. Finally, Chooks is saying, with the way Madrid played last night, I think it will be a joy again for Barcelona next season. Yeah, okay. Okay, well.
Chooks, what team Real Madrid do you?
Okay. Finally, he said, I don't think Madrid needs to realize that a lot of signing won't guarantee success. It's all about teamwork.
Thank you.
Finally, Chigozie is saying, but Valverde really broke my heart yesterday. But if I remember, that's
Yashimbono.
Oh, Yashimbi. That means the goalkeeper
yes,
of our
he's
league.
a wizard.
He's
Yeah.
a wizard. Then I don't have to blame Valverde. But there is 2 games to go in the group stage. Okay, let's see. No, Madrid is supposed to qualify from this group now. If they don't qualify from this group now, tell yourself very well. Okay, let's move on to today's features. Is Palmeiras will play Al Ahly of Egypt. Inter Miami of America will play FC Porto. Sundowns will play.
Remember, they keep coming into. No, just allow me a bit.
Okay.
They keep coming into our comment section.
So this. I'll say Al Ahly of Egypt. I've thought about their decoration in the world of football and all of that thing. But you also look at the Palmeiras side as well. This is a stronghold in Brazilian football. So it's like when we say giant of Europe versus giant of Africa versus giant of South America. Let's see which giant is more gianted. But for me, I'll just keep my fingers crossed and enjoy the game. I will not want to take any side because this one is my brother, this one is my customer. You don't go want to betray your brother for your customer. You don't go want to betray your customer for your brother. So you just leave an open arm. Anybody will pay you. So I'll be keeping an open heart in this one.
Inter Miami will play FC Porto. It's going to be an interesting game because Inter Miami needs to win this game. And FC Porto, both teams drew in their group. All of them drew their first game, so all of them are 1-1 points and 0-0. Nobody scored a goal in that group. So, but Messi is, in quote, is still a star player. He's still the greatest of all time.
Yes.
Depending on your own opinion, though. But he's going to take over, lead these guys with Suarez against FC Porto and European team. What do you think will happen in that game? And let's get your prediction for that game.
Porto.
A blowout.
Porto.
A blowout.
FC Porto.
MSN. In action. MSN.
Now only MS. Leave the N.
In action.
It is about Inter Miami.
Inter Miami, like the one.
Okay. I thought you were understanding FC Porto.
Now I mean they talk Porto. Porto will show them what it takes. Porto will give them the football proper. We play the draw against Palmeiras because it's Portuguese Brazil is colonial master and the rest of them. So this one will play proper football.
Okay, let's see what happens. The operation for that game, you say that Messi score today. Who is predicting that Messi will score today?
Messi is scoring. Either one. Suarez is scoring, yes.
Suarez,
yes.
Suarez, be play. Now one don't chop. See how you play now.
There's somebody you're not forgetting. Samu is playing.
And we put on for back pocket.
Score.
Now back pocket thing go there.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game.
Fabio Vieira.
Of Arsenal.
See how no so they tout Vieira. Please, somebody should go and pull up when he was crying for that man to be loaned out of Arsenal.
Okay.
Now he tout Vieira.
They sell like all Arsenal. He's playing for Porto and let's forget that he came to England and he couldn't put Odegaard on the bench. And when he even played, he was playing more back passes than Jorginho.
Okay.
Let's be honest, but at Porto, he has been fantastic for
Let's see
them.
what happens. Inter Miami versus FC Porto. That game will happen by 8 p.m. Messi will play. So if you're a Messi fan, your boy is playing
At least they are playing by the time you can watch them.
Yeah, by the time you can watch them. By 8 p.m. starts. Seattle Sundown versus Atletico Madrid. Who wins?
8 p.m. 5-0.
Who wins?
ATM go avenge now.
Okay,
they collect 4 for PSG and they go on collect them back from this place.
They won't kill them. Okay, the final game that will happen early morning on Friday is PSG versus Batafo. Even though that PSG is a good team, but these Brazilian boys know they actually hear words sometimes. So, what is the operation for that game?
Paris Saint-Germain 3-0 or more.
A draw?
Draw.
Okay, a draw. Okay, let's see what happens.
Botafogo, I fear their defense.
Let's see what happens in that game. Okay, which one do you want us to talk about transfer before we take phone calls, or these guys should choose?
Really fixtures. No enter.
Let's take
people,
one of these
people
phone
go
calls.
cry.
They'll come back and talk about Premier League fixtures.
Okay, let's take phone calls.
People go cry.
Before we talk about the Premier League fixtures, I'll give you the rundown. First game of the Premier League.
First 3 games.
I'll just talk about first game. If we start talking about first 3 games,
no, let's just talk Opta statistics on who has the hardest stats.
Yeah, let's talk about just the first game of the season.
Okay, fine.
Match day 1, because you have a whole lot of time to talk
it's
about.
It's fine. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, before that, let's take phone calls. Call us and tell us what you think about the Club World Cup. The number to call is 0706 048 585. I'll take 3 calls and we'll talk about the Premier League fixtures before transfer. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, John. Good morning, everybody in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yes, my name is Sonia Vitalis. You just not Stafford Bridge.
Normally.
Contribution.
I think it's Crystal Palace, our first game for Premiership.
And everybody is looking for it. Okay, you know what? After this call, let's talk about the Premier League before we start taking
Thank
calls.
you. Now
Okay,
you go.
Okay, let's call back. Let's talk about
Shelby, you were saying you beat Chelsea.
Home and away this season. I really for them.
They don't carry on and give
my first match at Sunderland.
Second game.
Sunderland.
Second game now Chelsea.
After I deal with Sunderland, I put them for 20th position. I can't deal with Chelsea. Then I can't face Nottingham Forest. Just my first 3 games soft. At least 6 possible points in the first 3. I'm not talking about 9.
Okay,
6
points.
The Premier League draw.
Okay, now.
Premier League draw happened yesterday, and I'm going to give you just the match day 1 fixtures of next season's match day 1. Later we'll talk about it. You have a whole lot of time to talk about who is going to win and who is not going to win. So I'm going to give you the fixtures of the first 5. Well, I want to do the 5 games for the big teams, but let's leave it. Let me just do, because no time there. I need to talk about transfer because some of the transfers are happening. Okay, in the new season that will start Friday, 15th of August. The first game will be on Friday. Liverpool will play Bournemouth. First game in the Premier League next season. On Saturday, Aston Villa will play Newcastle. Brighton will play Fulham. Nottingham Forest will play Brentford. Sunderland will play West Ham. Spurs will play Burnley. Wolves will play Manchester City in the final game on Saturday. On Sunday, Chelsea will play Crystal Palace by 2 p.m. Manchester United will play Arsenal. The biggest game in match day 1. And that game will happen at Old Trafford. So everybody begin buy players. So Arsenal, Man United, it go hot.
Man, you don't buy me. Arsenal go buy their own.
On Monday, the final game on match day 1 is Leeds United will play Everton in that final game in match day 1. Lovely features in match day 1.
And Godwin, this is unfair. This is very unfair. You know.
To who?
These people are putting pressure on Amorim's job. It's not fair. It's not. You know, we're all super excited. At least this season will end. Man, will start a new season. We'll start judging Amorim. We'll start judging Amorim from the new season. Blah 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 blah.
It's good for them.
EPL now went and do Ojoro and pack.
Come on, it's not Ojoro.
4 super games in their first 5 matches. 4 super games.
Amorim, yes.
Arsenal. Okay, let's just call it 3 super games. Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, City, and Chelsea in the first 5 games.
Not 4 now.
Like give them 3 big games, 2 small games.
4 games. Which one is Fulham from the
4 games?
No, from the performance of last season. Fulham a small team.
A small team still.
But performance of last season.
According to Opta's rating of toughest starts, they are 94.6%, the toughest start, followed by Arsenal.
The Arsenal had the top.
And then Bournemouth.
So it's going to be an interesting Thursday.
It's going to be a super
Especially for
interesting
that first game of the season. Manchester United will play Arsenal. And Arsenal fans came online and started shouting, "We're gonna go buy players. We don't want Kim Arteta. Go and buy players, Arteta." What is happening?
Actually, the pressure is on Arteta and Amorim.
Both of them, yes. I think that they did Ojoro in that team. They wanted to see what both teams would do, especially for Amorim. I think they made Amorim give him a tough game, because if he loses the first game, it will set a pace for how he's going to do in the end of the season.
He not set anything. Ten Hag lost his first two games.
See,
Brentford and Brighton. What happened?
The conversation is already out there. Who will still be on their job by December?
Yes.
These two guys. The
Who will be on their job by December?
Who will still be on their job by December?
Now worry going to look at because
Arteta going to build skyscraper. Amorim still do.
Then we cancel Arteta contract too.
Amorim going to build. Arteta still build skyscraper. Amorim going to find where he go put peg for hole to build to do foundation, because he's gotten one striker. He's gotten one player in. He's about to get another player in.
Yes.
And we're looking at Martinez, who 40 million is too much for, let's be honest, because he's running out of contract. And we are sure he's going to sign a new contract to Aston Villa, even if his contract, we are just saying he's ready to the last 2 years of his contract. So Aston Villa is like, okay, fine, 40 million in case he doesn't want to sign it. They are using the 40 million to hedge their bet in case he doesn't want to sign. But we know he's going to sign. I know within myself that as far as he's playing European football with Aston Villa, he's going to sign a new contract. This is the way Aston Villa go decide, say, we don't go Europe again. That season,
he might leave because he's cried in the final game of the season for Aston Villa. But let's see. But the futures are out, and go to the internet, look at your club, and see who they are going to play in the next first 5 games, first 10 games, first 15 games. Go and look.
After saying now, who?
Man U and Arsenal have the toughest first 5 games.
Again?
Followed by Bournemouth.
Yes. See my first 5 games. I tell you, not tough. Sunderland. Easy pass.
Chelsea
easy pass. Nottingham Forest
easy pass.
Tough one.
Nottingham Forest.
Tottenham Hotspur. They don't. Thomas Frank is going to be learning on the job.
Crystal Palace.
Then Crystal Palace number 5.
Okay. Well,
this is my. And you tell me it's not tougher than the Bournemouth.
It's not tougher.
The Bournemouth.
The biggest game, and the biggest game of the first game of the Premier League will be Manchester United versus Arsenal. Let's see what they are going to do in transfer window, and let's see who's going to finish higher on the table or win the league. Because obviously everybody's not expecting Man United to win the league, but everybody's expecting at least to finish. And again, good news.
Everybody is expecting at least not more than 10 losses this season.
At least, no matter what you finish, just finish top 5. I think they are going to be happy. It's a progress. It's going to be a progress if they finish Manchester United, if they finish top 5. Considering the way they finished last season, they are building. As I said on this show, they need to give Amorim time to build. He needs to build. Arteta has built. He's going to challenge again. But for Amorim, he needs time, please.
The biggest challenge to Amorim's time on the job is the super expectations of Man U fans.
Whether they have to reduce their own expectations. Arsenal reduce their own expectations, and they built. Even though they have not won a trophy, but everybody could see they can play anything in Europe, and even if they lose, you see, even they lost against PSG because they showed up. That's what I'm saying. Play, you can lose any game, anybody can lose, but build a team that everybody can challenge. And
you can they lose against PSG and they showed up.
I'm talking about Arsenal. They played 3 times in the Champions League.
Yes.
If you compare the chances both teams have, you can compare this 50-50. I'm saying that you cannot go to a competition and
let's not forget Arsenal beat them in the stages.
You can't go to a competition and Lyon is knocking you out.
Yes.
Or a small team is knocking you out. It doesn't make sense. Challenge for the Premier League. Finish top 5 for Amorim, or even top 6 is fine for the first season. Then challenge the next 2 seasons. Then Manchester United see progress.
That's the main thing.
See progress. See the style of play. See he's working. They know that just put some pieces around, change some pieces, and it will work. That's what they want. But let's see throughout the season if there is going to work. But they have the first day of the Premier League has been drawn. Go to the internet, look at your club, wherever you're supporting, look at their games, and think and check if your club is going to survive the first 5 games of the Premier League. Okay, let's come back to take phone calls. I know everybody wants to talk about that particular fixtures. The number to call again is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Name and location, please. Good morning. Okay, what is your contribution?
In this game, I don't defend up down.
Is about prediction. Yes.
This Arsenal Man is either it's a draw or Man is winning.
Okay.
Oh wow.
My concern is this Bournemouth because Liverpool, the only game, because I'm a Liverpool fan, the only game that Liverpool played last season, that was afraid, even though we were winning, was against Bournemouth.
Okay.
But the fact that Anna proposed a team one by one, Kekes is out, Housen is out, both defenders, and this Zabanyi, I don't know if he's going to outside, I don't know if it's PSG or so.
Yes, PSG, yes.
There's a high possibility that him himself is leaving. And this guy is still injured, and it's now, the Turkish guy. So, all of them are still defenders. So, if they don't buy defenders to replace those on the left, they're going to struggle.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.
They said if they don't buy it, that's for Bournemouth, no?
Yeah.
They've already bought already. Kekes was out. They brought in Truffert.
Yeah, they
replaced
it. I remember.
So and they brought in Truffert from France.
France.
I think it was from French Ligue 1, either from Lille or Lyon.
So they will still buy players.
So is it buy players? They already buy players. They already have replacement for those players before they could let them go already.
Hello,
So
good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
As for that Man match, I'll use rebuild well. I'll rebuild that their foundation well. When I block them like 5-0, they come away properly. Good as I could play them, I said, they won't carry me shine. When I block them like 5, they go know where they are leakage today.
Okay, maybe they plug and wear. Okay.
And I'm going to block them so that I'm going to know the place when go do it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
It's all right.
Okay. Even though that in that fixture, Arsenal will have the upper hand because if you look at both teams, you could say that Arsenal will probably win that game. But anything can happen in football. They could buy Manchester United can buy a few players and boom, they are up there challenging.
No shortcuts.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
I'm Jude from Abandon.
Okay, what is your contribution, Jude?
About that you and Arsenal match. Arsenal definitely beat Manchester United because
okay.
Arsenal still have the squad, still have the means of beating Manchester United. How many did match they play yesterday?
2-0. They won yesterday 2-0.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So, and that is okay. For Man City, I think they still have the capability of winning.
Yeah, hello. Okay, I think we lost. Okay, continue. Yeah.
Then, have Barca sent any player or
yes.
Joan Garcia
from
Espanyol.
A goalkeeper. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Talking about that, Joan Garcia was signed yesterday from Espanyol to Barcelona. So one of the goalkeepers at Barcelona will leave. The question is, who is going to leave? Is Stegen or Szczęsny? Anybody can leave, but we have to find out who is going to leave.
They have 3 goalkeepers already, plus this one is 4.
Okay, let's take phone calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone in the studio.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Crystal Palace will get the first.
Oh, the future. I don't like the future. They forgive me, man, you first. You know, man, I'm letting them as Bolton them or Sunderland and Leeds United. So we are letting, that's not me. I'm letting them like that because Obren Yemundan is here and could he was supposed to go, but I go chasing the West Ham because West Ham is my second opponent.
Second game now you play West Ham.
Yes, West Ham like 4-5-0. Everything on the
line. You know something for East London Stadium, Abi? You know something for East London Stadium.
You know me.
It does not matter. You don't matter anything.
You know me. Yes.
You know, the lap is there, Jackson is there. You know, one thing is, and you know, say me, I dey make silent move.
We are Chelsea is in Champions League now. Yes.
Because see what will happen that day. Just say,
Down X.
Now this thing they talk. That's the way I go Europa League. That's my first Europa League season.
Down X for West
I
Ham
beat them man
fans.
away.
Down X.
Multiple goals.
Okay.
Real Madrid will struggle this season.
Thank you.
Because
Thank
I
you.
thought they will win this one like 2 or 3-0. Yes, and they will struggle. If this Alonso don't take time, they will just sit away for that place. And this just go there, just saying better this thing now. You better stay for Liverpool. That's why you get there struggling. They run up and down. I don't know what is playing there. So no wahala. That's what will happen. Up when United doesn't do West Ham and the Manchester United.
Normally.
Thank you very much.
Normally.
Okay. Chelsea will play Crystal Palace, then they will go to West Ham, Northwest West Ham to play the second game. Let's see what happens.
And then X for you, bro.
Yeah, hello, good
Don't
morning.
worry, I'll be on Saturday to talk about it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations, please. Okay, what is your contribution?
At least last season, Man U collected, Chelsea collected, Man City collected. The only people I have on finished business with is Liverpool. They would have given me Liverpool that first thing.
Chai.
Oh my God, in Arsenal. I beg any big thing where they will say Arsenal collect from there. Made them took on now. No business that they begin make now. The only thing when I get on finished business in Liverpool.
And this is you go still collect again for Liverpool hand.
Okay.
We dey wait you too.
Alright,
We
thank
go
you.
put you for pocket straight up City.
And Liverpool go still
Where you
you go
belong.
still meet Liverpool again, you go still collect again. You go collect
You
round
go
2.
collect woto.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Yes, I
Yes,
can hear you.
good
Name
morning.
and location, please.
Calm down, Muda, calm down. This is Alex calling.
All right, Alex,
Good
what
morning,
is your
Alex.
contribution?
See, I don't understand whereby situation whereby someone will call and said he's expecting Real Madrid to win Al-Hilal. Please, behind the man is that this team now, I think it's arguable, but I think it's the best team in that Middle East. I'm telling you, as far as I'm concerned.
They play good football.
These teams are almost filled with former European players. What is that person talking about? He always calling and telling us all went down head.
It's his own opinion.
Conference League that West Ham won and they didn't even make noise about it. That's what
Thank God you know.
Please,
Thank you very much, my brother.
I would tell you that that number nine in Jersey is always cost. Even the best striker so far that I've watched in Chelsea would even more than number 9. And so I don't know that Jackson that he's looking down on because he got the lap. I would think that Jackson even perform well than him. You understand? So for the fact that they got the lap, it's very guaranteed that they will do well. Chelsea is there making noise, not because of Conference League. The only strikers that I remember that were in Chelsea, the one that I watched was Diego Costa and even drop herself. So other people that were down number 9 they didn't perform well. They didn't even do anything. So let them stop calling them blocking others from calling them. As for my Ruben Amorim and the United squad, I just hope that they just try any possible means to get this improvement that they are looking for. I'm telling you. And then maybe focus on other outgoing players. Maybe just the teams. I don't know why teams are not coming to collect Rashford and Sancho and all of them. Let them come about.
All right, thank you. All right.
I don't know what they are. You see how Benjamin is going to manage the squad next season.
All right.
Support them. You don't see how much it takes time.
All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, let's see.
Alex,
Who want buy bad market?
You go think and when you can just enter market, come buy bad market like that. So
but this guy, I still got to be like play well.
And then
well, I'm saying as I'm saying because I'm hearing rumors that Newcastle is looking for him, but we'll talk about some of those rumors tomorrow. Let's just finish with this phone call tomorrow. We'll talk about more transfers tomorrow because it's looking like Nico Williams who is going to choose go to move to Barcelona next season. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
John, I greet you.
Good morning.
It's Bishop. I rep Transition.
Oh,
Okay.
Bishop, what is your contribution?
First of all, Alex, anybody that expect Madrid to win Al-Hilal is not expect wrongly.
Thank you.
By your standard, Madrid should win them. I do expect them to win. I didn't clap for them yesterday for getting a draw with them. that doesn't mean that we don't know that football can happen. We all know, but at least you expect your team. Madrid is a big club by your standard against that Hilal. We saw the team they paraded, yes, but I expected Madrid to win. We did not expect wrongly. Then secondly, Man U Arsenal. With that first picture, 5 facts, 5-10 or this thing. You don't bother me. We always do this thing every season, but yeah, I understand it's part of the game. But bro, you could play everybody. You could jump anyone.
That's the point.
Anything you like, play the person. Last day, even if you don't win the league, come on, you could play everybody. This should not be anything. So for me, I don't do anything for me. No matter how they line them, you know, could jump anyone. Before you play that it and you play everybody. That's the first day, irrespective of the form, the everything. Don't be anything. Just bring them up. When your team play, maybe you see how they will play. If you say they will jump this one, allow you. Nobody will jump anybody. You get me? So till that day, then we see how it happen. Okay. Alonso have a lot of work to do. But this is the best match. Nobody built a team at Madrid. You only organize the team.
You
can't build a team at Madrid. You only organize the team. Maybe they will support you with 1 or 2. You already have a good player. If you can't use them, that's why some people don't last more than 6 months. Okay.
Yes.
Can't give you that luxury of time. They have the arsenal for you to make use of. If they see that this guy cannot use this thing, they will.
Yeah, find another coach.
Yes, the guy has a lot of work to do. This is the first match. We forgive him for everything. Yes, no so much experiment and all that. But maybe he will use this as a preseason, and also the small preseason that will get. Maybe he will shape the team. We are expecting more from him, and we believe and trust him. He will do better.
All right.
Understand? But he should just try his best. Because if your best is not enough, this is Madrid, the biggest club in the world. They don't give them. Nobody give you 2 years to build like Amorim.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what Alonso is going to do with Real Madrid. And as I said before, go to the internet, look at your team, how many you are playing come end of the season. As Bishop has just said, everybody will play everybody at some point. Nobody will jump anybody. But I understand how first game works. If you win your first game, it gives you momentum. Momentum to continue winning till the end of the season. But let's see what happens with Manchester United. Let's see what happens with Arsenal and Chelsea and Manchester City and all the big clubs. Remember, yesterday they unveiled Frank as a sports coach. So everybody is going to start building. See, this season goes soft for it goes soft and you go hard for everybody. Everybody goes soft.
My hand on the trophy, one hand already.
Everybody goes still. Calm down.
My hand on the trophy
already.
Goes
still for the Premier League. That's why it's the biggest.
I know if you beat Wydad Casablanca 5-0.
When last you win 3-0?
Me?
Yes. When last you win?
I win now.
That's why it's the biggest league in the whole world. So let's see what happens next season. That league starts in August. I think 15th August, the league starts again. We'll be here to give you updates and banter ourselves. Especially in that first game, everybody's been expecting a whole lot of talk in that first game. Okay, this is our going to end today's show. Thank you for joining us today's show. Tomorrow we'll come back again to give you all the gist that is happening everywhere around the world of football. Tomorrow we'll talk more on transfers because transfers are happening today, tomorrow. Transfers are happening. Rumors everywhere like Rashford is probably might go to Newcastle. We'll talk about that tomorrow. My name is Godwin and have a nice day.
Welcome to Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Take a ride and enjoy the show.
This guy talk about picking Bournemouth up 1 by 1. Mine now, you say even if you settle the deal with they are going for Semenyo.